Hello, welcome to the channel, FSBIGGIN here, and I thought I'd do a quick video today on Are You New? Are you new to Farming Simulator and you don't know where to start and you don't know what to do? So I thought we'll put a quick video together to try and help you, establish what you want to do and what you want to get out of the game. Now, you're new and you've just opened the menus and this is what you see, you're thinking, oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we want to do? Depends how new you are. You might have played Farming Simulator 15, 17. You might not have played at all. You might have played 22 recently and know what you're doing. Well, today, hopefully, with my top tips and what I like to do, might help you. Not saying this is how you got to do it, but this is how I do it when I started, or when I start any new career. To be fair, you've got the menu here. You've got the menu here. You can pick your maps. There's loads of maps to choose from. You can even download maps. So Oakbridge, very popular British map at the moment. I have a save on it. And so we're going to use this as an example for now. But you can pick your maps, download them from the mod hub. If you're on PC and console, you can still download maps like Moss Valley, Lady Hill, Oakbridge, etc, etc. Now, you're probably looking at this thinking, new farmer, farm manager, start from scratch. What do you want to do? Well, it depends how new you are to the game. So, new farmer usually comes with tutorials, start farm, which is all the equipment that map offers. So if you start as a start farm on Oakbridge, you'll get all the tractors, you'll get all the land, not all the land, but you'll get a few fields, you'll get the main farmyard, and you don't really have to do too much with it to start. If you was to go for farm manager, you start with £1 million, no loan, economic difficulty, and you don't get a farm, so you don't get anything. You have to spend that £1 million on farmland, yards, equipment, etc, etc. And then you've got start from scratch, which is literally nothing, absolutely nothing. You're already in debt with £250,000. You only start with £500,000, and the economic difficulty is hard. With this, people usually do this as a bit of a challenge. Now, if you're new to the game, I really wouldn't advise it. But what I usually go and do is I'll start with Farm Manager. I like to put £1 million in my bank. I actually start with a farm. So, the reason for this, I'll explain. This is, like I say, this is my top tips. I start with a farm. So we're going to do that. We're going to start with a farm. And we're not going to do the guided intro tour because I'll show you a bit about what you can do and how to work things. And we might do some other videos on other new bits and how it all works. So let's crack on with that and let's open that up. Right, so your game's loaded. You're ready. Let's start. You'll start by making a character. This is hugely customizable. You can do whatever you want with this. You've got clothes, you've got hair, beards, outfits, tops, jeans, trousers, very customizable. We're not going to go through this because it's personal preference. You do what you like. So we're going to confirm that, and we're going to land in our farm. Now, as I said, I personally always start with £1 million in the bank, and I always start with a farm. So as you cycle through, you've got all the equipment that you need. So you've got John Deere, a small tractor, a combine harvester with the attachments, and you just get through. Each map is different equipment. It's all personal to that map, so you might have different equipment for each map. But that's what we like to do, so we start with all of this. And then what you can do, if you really want to, is you can sell some stuff. You could sell the vehicles if you really wanted to. You can sell them and buy your own. It's completely up to you. But the good thing about this is that what I tend to do is I've got all that base equipment. You've even got land. So if we go over to owned land, farmland, we own all of this. We've got 5, 10, 36 and 38. These are two really good fields to start on. They've probably usually already got a bit of crop that you can harvest, and then you've got 2 grasslands here. This is just for Oakbridge. Obviously it's different per map, but usually you'll start off with a bit of land. You also own the farmyard as well as this cow bit down here. So what I tend to do is I'll go into construction and I'll go, right, okay, well, this is my farm. This is what we've got. This is what we're working with. And what I usually say to people that ask me on stream, and I'll go, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't. What should I do? What's your advice? I'll go. Start a new game. Start with £1,000,000. Start with some land, and delete everything. Delete it all. Delete. Sell. Delete. Sell. Delete. Sell. Delete it all. And I say that because what I'm saying is build your own farmyard. Build something that's personal to you. Now, construction is quite hard, yes, but spend a few hours just building a yard. Go into the mod hub, download a load of decorative decor bits and bobs and decorative tiles and decorative objects. Download some sheds. In particular, I always download some British style sheds, stuff like that. Cow barns, and I place my own down. And I'll show you exactly what we've done on my farmyard in the next part of the video. So, without further ado, let's fast forward over to what we've done, and I'll show you what's what. So you've spent a bit of time. You spent 2-3 hours maybe tinkering it and building yourself your own farmyard. Something a bit like this. This has taken me, what? This save is 160 hours on its own. All these are kind of mods that I've downloaded, the British mods, fences, decorations, these houses, these sheds. These sheds come with the game. I've placed them in different places. And I've just built my own yard. Built my own yard how I want it, how I like it. That way, I feel like it's a bit more me. It's a bit more personable, and I've fallen in love with this map a little bit more. So you're new, you just built your yard. What do you do? Well, you need to start doing some farm work, don't you? So, say you've bought a couple of pieces of land. You can crack on with harvesting that land using your combine harvesters. Start harvesting, because you'll have all the equipment. Like I say, you've started with the harvester, you've started with the trailer and the tractors. You can crack on with harvesting that land and really just get into work and start making some money. The good thing about this game is you can spend hours doing that. And that's if you start with £1,000,000, you know what I mean? So it's all personal preference. Like I say all the time, it's personal preference. It's what you want to do. This game is all about you and about what you prefer and what you like. You might not want to start with £1,000,000, but they're just a couple of tips that I would do. You know, if it was me and you're new to this game, yeah, I think that's pretty much explanatory. I think. You're probably thinking, well, yeah, FSBIGGIN, I've built my farm, now what do I do? Well, you need to start making some money, don't you? So you can start with all sorts of things. So when it comes to harvesting and crops and stuff, there's loads and loads and loads to do. You can do root crops, you can do potatoes, carrots, beet, you can do oats, canola, wheat, barley, grass. So what we'll do is we'll just go over a few things that I would suggest doing as a new start to the game, to keep it simple. Now, most of the time you'll start off with one combine harvester. That one combine harvester will do your wheat, barley, it'll do your oats, canola, linseed, all those types of crops, and they're really easy to harvest. You just need one header for that and one seeder that you'll get. Note that you will need a seeder. There are two different things. There are planters and there are seeders. Seeders plant your grass, they plant canola, they plant oats, they plant barley, they plant wheat, they plant oilseed radish, all those basic type crops. A planter does things like sunflowers, corns, carrots, things like that. And they require different headers on the same combine harvester, mind, but they do require a different header. But that's a video for another channel. So, as a new start, stick with the basics. Learn how to use the harvester, learn how to harvest it, and grow, you know, your canola and stuff like that. On this channel, we always grow canola, we always grow linseed, we always grow those simple types of crops that require just the one harvester. That's all we've got. We've got the one harvester. We've got this John Deere over here that we use, and we only tends to do British crops on this one. Another good way of making good money fast, and it's a really good way of making money, is grass. Grass is really simple and really easy to do. All you need is a lawnmower and a baler and a windrower. A video will come out on that. We have done a video on TMR, which is quite similar, because to cut grass and make all the bales, the silage, the grass and the hay, you need all of the grass cutting equipment. The only difference is you're not selling your product, you're using it for your cows to make TMR. But if you just want to do grass, silage is great. All you would simply do is get your lawnmowers, cut the grass, rake it up and bale it and wrap it. You can get balers like this that have little wrappers on the end. Once you've windrowed it, you'll then wrap it up for silage, and you can sell that at its peak. You can sell that at its peak, and usually silage bales will be white in colour. They'll be white, they'll be wrapped, you let them ferment, and then you sell them when they're at the highest, and you'll get a fair bit of chunk of money for it. Silage is generally really popular, really popular, because it's a good way of making money, and it's something that you can just smash out. We're doing some bales here. This isn't silage, these are hay bales for the cows. Very similar process. You cut it, you windrow it into rows like this, and then you go through it and you bale it. So they're just a few tips. You don't want to overburden yourself with all the big expensive equipment, all the big different harvesters. Just stick to the simple harvesters, stick to the simple crops, and if you're unsure, there's so much to do in the help menu. You've got all of the crops here, it explains everything. It explains animals, it explains anything, everything. And the help menu is brilliant for that. If you want to use precision farming, I have got a video on precision farming, and I have got a video on TMR. But precision farming menu is brilliant. It explains every single little bit of detail that you need to learn on that. So I do hope this video helps if you're new to the game, and I do hope that it's benefited you in some way. So please do come back when we do make some more videos, because we'll do some how-tos on cows, dairy milk, we'll do all that sort of thing, and then maybe we'll branch out into videos on how to do corn, sunflower, with the different headers and stuff like that. But thanks for watching. Do check out the other videos, drop a like and a subscribe, and catch you again soon. Cheers.